Hello and welcome to Four Little Bears. Today let's try an MSB3 alternate for gift card holders. In the link below, I added 2 more pages to the cut file so that you can see how you might choose to cut up different papers for these alternates. So to make the gift card holders, I've got a couple optional details also, but I'm going to go ahead and follow the template this time. You could also just use scraps, which I will be doing later. But I wanted to make these kind of showstopper gift cards. So these will be pretty decked out with papers. As always, you'll use the same instructions on page 4. We'll start with the flip card, and that just gets cut down to 10.5 by 5.5. Please excuse the boys upstairs. They're running around like crazy. And then with that leftover bit, you can cut out the optional pieces at 3 by 4.5. That'll be where you write on. Now we'll go ahead and score this at 4.25, 5.25, and 6.25. And on mine, I have to flip it around because I don't have a 6.25 score, but if you do, all power to you. For the second card base, I'm going to do this a little differently. I'll score this at 2 3/4 on the long edge, since I have my scoreboard part out already. I'll go ahead and fold that, try to make it straight. And because I've folded this now, all I need to do is go ahead and cut at 5.5 on the long side with the folded edge facing the other way. And then twist it and cut into 2 cards at 4.25. If it makes more sense to break it down the other way, go ahead, whatever works best for you. And I'm just going to use my scoreboard to kind of fold these as straight as I can. This is card 4 alternate. Well, nothing different than the normal card 4. This is the card 4 card base. And I'm just lining up the edges to make sure that when I do fold that M shape, it folds nice and straight. Again, the link is below for these new cut guides if you want them. For these, you'll need 1 piece of 12 by 12 and 2 of 6 by 6. I'll start off with the 12 by 12, and I'll just follow that cut guide. So for this one, it's kind of nice if you use a double-sided piece of paper, because that way you can kind of flip them around if you need to, since you are only using one piece of paper for most of the cuts. And you are going to have some leftover pieces with this one. But for me, they'll just go into my scrap bin and I'll use them again. For these, I'm going to go ahead and cut the little thumb holes. I'm just going to cut a little ways up so that I can mark my center. Basically, that's all I did, was mark my center there. I'll take my circle punch, line it up with the center notch, and punch out a little thumb hole. I'll do the same thing for the 2 pockets on card 4. And I only put that notch up maybe 1/4 of an inch just so that I can kind of find my center when I'm centering my punch. This one made my brain think a little bit because I wanted to make sure that that pattern was actually going to go sideways. I'm cutting now actually designer paper 3 instead of designer paper 2. I skipped ahead. And I cut this sideways because I wanted my top card 6 piece to be going up instead of over. This one is designer paper 2, cutting designer paper 2. Luckily here I don't really have a right or a wrong side, so I can just go into it. It's not going to be upside down no matter what I do. And then these are the optional pieces. But if you're making a gift card, this helps to make it extra special. So now just go through and put these together mostly the same way as before. Except for this time, on the first version, the non-alternate version, I did not add this back piece. We've added so much to the front and the middle, I almost feel like it needs that back piece there as stability. It kind of helps it helps everything stand up nicely and not want to tip over to one side. It balances out the actual weight of the card. Also the design, but the actual weight also. I'll just glue on my back layer first, which is actually going to be the side of the card that you write on, which is why you'd need the optional insert if you choose to add this. Putting on the layers to the front of the card. Here's where I decide it's a really good idea to stamp this back part first before we get too far into adding all the moving pieces. Now to make the pockets, you're going to put glue down 2 sides and the bottom only, and that'll leave you a pocket at the top to slide in a gift card. And this is the perfect size to slide in a normal size gift card. On these, I just kind of want to line it up with my inside pieces, and I'll just fold it over on itself. I'll go ahead and add my little decorative piece while I'm at it to that other side. So basically for these optional pieces, it's going to be, you're going to add them to the opposite sides of where you're gluing your little pockets. And because these go opposite directions, they really don't get in the way of each other. You can go ahead and put a gift card in both of these pockets, and it's perfectly usable for both of them. I really hope they're not too loud upstairs. They're playing Zombie. I can hear them. Hopefully the mic noise cancellation cancels that out. Put in my extra little white piece. This is just so that you can write a message. And then that one is done. Can you imagine gifting a gift card in these? I think they're going to be so, so cute. So in the next video that's coming up, I'm going to be making more of these with scraps, because I have a lot of Christmas scraps, and with 4 little bears, I have a lot of Christmas cards to give to teachers and such. So I'm going to make these into gift cards for teachers out of my scraps. So that will be coming up next. Again, assembling this part just like we did the originals. Again, just putting glue on 3 edges, the 2 sides and the bottom. And on this, make sure you keep your glue a little thin. You've only got about 1/4 of an inch, maybe a little less, if you're going to use the insert. Otherwise, you could make it tighter and then just let your gift card slide in like the other ones. Attaching that front piece, using my hands and my fingers as a guide to tell me where to put the glue, because we only want glue where it's going to hit that top flap. We don't want to glue it closed. And on this one, I'm not concerned that the pattern is going sideways, because this is where you're going to add your ribbon, optional if you want one, and your gift card. So I used, I don't know, approximately 12 inches of ribbon here. I'm just going to use double-sided adhesive on here. And yeah, luckily it doesn't dry immediately because I totally did not put this in the right spot. You put in your insert first. Then once the insert is in, then you center your bell on top of the insert, not the back of the pocket, on the insert. There you go. And that should dry nice and good. Use any glue here that you think works the best because you're basically going to be using that bow to pull the gift card in and out of that pocket. And then when you do add the gift card there, just go ahead and add it with a glue dot. Here I'll fast forward through the part where I just play with all the pretty pieces. I believe these are, for the most part, Echo Park and Cartabella ephemera pieces. I think I've got some creative path ones in here too that I end up using. All of my favorites. The snowman is definitely my creative path, and they are on AliExpress. There we go. That one is all finished. So that again is the alternate for card number 6. Then I'll go back to card number 4 and go ahead and finish that one up with the ephemera the same way. I love this gingerbread and a hot cocoa cup for this one, especially if maybe you're going to give a coffee gift card. This would be a good opportunity to put some like coffee or cocoa types of ephemera in here. And I think I probably will for the teachers. I think I'll end up doing a coffee gift card, and I don't know about the other one yet. I'm still thinking about that. Maybe Amazon. And don't be afraid to cut down your ephemera pieces. This present is a little too big, so I just chopped it where it would fit. felt like we needed something else just right over there in that open space. This is the fun part to me, just decorating it all up. And because these are gift cards, I want to try to make these all a little extra special for the recipients. Not completely not necessary, but extra special. I love the way this one flips open, and the fact that it's a gift card holder. I cannot believe I did not think about that at all until after I filmed my first set. And that one too. They just both make perfect little gift card holders. And there they are, all done. The alternates for MSB3 cards numbers 4 and 6. I think these turned out really great. I hope you give them a try. Hopefully they make really good gifts for you. Again, the link is below for the new cut guide. As always, guys, I hope you give this a try. Comment down below, like, share, subscribe. Every little bit helps. Stay safe, stay blessed, and have a great week.